Welcome back to our channel, where we unravel the intricate stories that have shaped the world we live in. Buckle up, history enthusiasts. Today, we're diving deep into the life of a man who rose from a yurt in Mongolia to conquer lands as far as the eye could see. Yes, you guessed it, Genghis Khan and the colossal Mongol Empire. Genghis Khan. The name alone evokes a host of reactions, from admiration for his military genius to outright horror at his brutal methods. But who was the real Genghis Khan? Let's peel away the layers of myth and stereotype and get closer to the man himself. To really grasp Genghis Khan's unparalleled rise, let's rewind to the world he was born into. A harsh, unforgiving landscape known as the Mongolian steppes. Picture this: rival tribes fighting for scarce resources, a constant backdrop of war, and a survival of the fittest mentality that left no room for the weak. Enter Temujin, born in 1162 to the Borjigin clan. He was thrust into a life of hardship from a young age. After his father's death from poisoning, his family was cast out by their own clan, leaving them to live in abject poverty. His mother taught him the first lessons in survival and leadership. During his formative years, adversity was Temujin's constant companion. He was once captured and enslaved by a rival tribe. But this was also when fate played its hand. A jailer, touched by his plight, helped him escape. Temujin learned valuable life lessons, the power of alliances, of kindness, and the value of merit over lineage. These would shape his future reign. By the time Temujin reached adulthood, he had become an adept leader and warrior. He formed alliances that transcended tribal loyalties, notably with his blood brother Jamuka, and later with Jebe, a man who would become one of his most trusted generals. These alliances weren't just a joining of forces, they were a fusion of visions for what Mongolia could become. One of Temujin's most revolutionary contributions was the Yasa, a legal code that was surprisingly modern. It provided a framework for governance, including criminal laws, trade regulations, and even guidelines on environmental conservation. It also promoted religious freedom and was inclusive of different tribes and cultures. In 1206, an event of monumental importance took place, a Grand Kurultai, or tribal assembly. Here, Temujin was unanimously declared as Genghis Khan, which means universal ruler. It wasn't just a title, it was a symbol of the united hopes and fears of an entire people. With his newfound authority, Genghis Khan began building one of history's most feared military forces. From the organization of his troops into decimal units, to the use of signaling techniques and psychological warfare, the Mongol army became a masterpiece of military engineering. After consolidating power at home, Genghis Khan looked beyond Mongolia. First, he turned his eyes to China, then moved westward. His genius wasn't only in his military prowess, but also in his willingness to learn from his enemies, adopting siege technologies and even financial systems from conquered lands. Through a combination of audacity, innovation, and at times unimaginable brutality, Genghis Khan's empire expanded at an unprecedented rate. Cities like Nishapur and Samarkand didn't just fall, they were obliterated and then rebuilt under Mongol rule. Under the Mongols, conquered territories underwent significant transformations. There was an establishment of law and order, introduction of a postal system, and flourishing trade routes. It was a blend of utter destruction and unexpected development. So who was Genghis Khan really? A bloodthirsty barbarian or a ruler of exceptional ability? To answer that, one has to understand the full spectrum of his actions, from the unification of Mongolia to the complex systems of governance he implemented. Genghis Khan breathed his last in 1227 under mysterious circumstances. Some say he fell in battle, others claim it was a horse accident. But his legacy was immortalized in the empire he left behind, an empire that his descendants would continue to grow. The story doesn't end with Genghis Khan. His legacy lived on through his descendants. His sons and grandsons, including famous figures like Kublai Khan and Hulagu Khan, continued the expansion and governance of the Mongol Empire, each adding their own layer to the complex tapestry of Mongol history. Did you know that a Mongol ruler sat on the Chinese throne? Yes, Kublai Khan established the Yuan dynasty, which was a testament to Mongol adaptability and governance. The Mongols had a complex relationship with the Islamic world. While their conquest resulted in the destruction of intellectual centers like Baghdad, the later rulers adopted Islam, and their rule resulted in some degree of cultural and intellectual exchange. The Mongol Empire was perhaps one of the greatest catalysts for international trade in the ancient world. The Silk Road saw its golden age under Mongol rule, becoming a conduit not just for goods, but for ideas and technologies. Like all empires, the Mongol Empire eventually faced decline. Due to internal conflicts, rebellions, and the logistical strains of maintaining such a massive territory, it gradually fragmented into smaller khanates. Even today, many aspects of Genghis Khan's life in the Mongol Empire remain enigmatic. From the mysterious circumstances of Genghis Khan's death to the whereabouts of his final resting place, the story is rife with unanswered questions. Why should we study Genghis Khan and the Mongol Empire today? Because it's a story that challenges our perspectives on leadership, governance, and even globalization. It's a saga that tells us how one man's vision can change the world, for better or worse. So there you have it, the monumental tale of Genghis Khan and the Mongol Empire. It's a saga teeming with battles, betrayals, innovations, and above all, indomitable will. We hope this epic journey through the life and times of one of history's most fascinating figures has captivated you as much as it has us. If you enjoyed this detailed look into the Mongol Empire, be sure to hit that like button and share this video with fellow history enthusiasts. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on future explorations into the intriguing stories history has to offer. Until our next historical journey, keep questioning, keep exploring, and as always, keep uncovering the stories that make us who we are today.